IVM.
Once upon a time, when the light of the universe fell upon earth, magical beings were created. They were of all kinds. Some still walk amongst us, and some have evolved. But each being held within them this limitless light. Each time a being evolved, changed shape, adapted to the shifting vibrations of planet Earth, a part of that light was shrouded with a piece of darkness, or a part of that light got tied down by a thread of darkness. As time went by, lives were lived, generations evolved, eras passed. The light kept getting dimmer, with threads and ropes of darkness, knotting it up in illusions and pieces of darkness, trapping it within itself. Okay, so if you're wondering why is Chetna telling you a story on the Positively Unlimited podcast, and if you have really tuned into your favorite weekly podcast, hoping for a life hack to get you through, well, let me just say, yes, this is the Positively Unlimited podcast. And yes, I, as in Chetna, am telling you a story that is leading us into today's topic of conversation. Today's episode is more than just a mindset. It's a perspective about us, our capabilities, our potential, and how we are versus how we should be approaching this potential. So let me complete the story. Just give me a moment. Where was I? So the Earth's vibrations were shifting, and the limitless light held within each being was trapped by illusions of limitations. Until one day, one of the beings, by mistake, untied one of the many knots of darkness by accomplishing something it was told it could never do. And when this being narrated the story to the tribe, 3 more beings pushed themselves in the same way and undid a knot each. The 4 knots that these 4 beings undid unraveled a powerful beam of light, full of a certain belief, and whoever was touched by that beam of light found a piece of darkness that was blocking their limitless light fall away. As this ray of their inner light met with the light of these others, something in their heart changed. What seemed like impossible until that morning was replaced with options of solutions, and there was an excitement that filled them up. Slowly, in time, the whole tribe untied most of the knots and peeled away those pieces of darkness. You could see them from a distance, shining bright. Soon their light began to reach out to other tribes and creatures who came into their vicinity. And slowly, every being was unraveling the limitless light that sat dormant for all those years deep within them. These beings that I describe, and this light I speak of, my friends, is us, and the potential that we hold within us. The knotted threads and ropes, those are our experiences, thanks to the life that we have lived or are living. The pieces of darkness that need to be peeled away are layers of conditioning and our limiting beliefs. What are we capable of? Anything and everything. Remember this story. Remember that our light is limitless. Which brings me to the other word, and usually this is the more common one, used along with the word potential. Unleash. So you've heard the phrase, unleash your potential? And while this sentiment will work for some, especially in certain specific situations, we can only unleash that which we know exists. At this point of time, most of us aren't aware of that box of potential within us. Even if we have a vague sense, we aren't accepting of it because we're afraid or guilty or ashamed. Remember the pieces of darkness from that story? Well, self-doubt and these negative emotions make up those pieces. So for me, step 1 is to untie the knots, to peel the layers. Step 1 is to unravel the darkness, to reveal the light within. So how exactly can we do this? Well, the very first thing to do is to start talking about all that you can do instead of constantly telling yourself all that you can't do. In any situation, what can I do is the question to answer. Secondly, understand what this self-doubt is about. Is it stemming from something you were told since childhood? Is it something you've made yourself believe because of repeated experiences? Once you find that root, you can heal the wounds and slowly learn to build conviction. Conviction is a ray of that limitless light. Each one of us is holding deep within our being. Listen to the episode B for Break It Down to Build It Up. In that one, there are great tips that you can use to slowly build the voice of conviction. I also say unravel instead of unleashing our potential because we are discovering all that we are capable of every day of our lives. However, negative experiences compel us to hide the light even more because we don't want to feel any pain. I mean, think about it. Who wants to have pain, guilt, shame, anger? Who wants to feel any of these things? If we start looking at negative experiences as opportunities of growth and learning, we will once again see another ray of our limitless light come through. For example, if you get cheated by a business partner, look at that situation in hindsight and examine the choices that you have made. The solution is not to never get into a partnership again, or to never do business again, or to never trust again. It's to understand which choices weren't aligned or appropriate, and to not choose in that manner again. So you may realize that you need to smarten up, or build your confidence to demand equality and transparency in a partnership. Or it may be that you need to become stronger to hold your own in that partnership. Instead of standing in the darkness of pain, anger, hurt, let your mind's eye show you the inner light you need to unravel by taking more aligned and appropriate action to heal and to learn. If you are shrouding your light with darkness of pain and hurt, you may want to listen to one of the previous episodes, H for Heal. Also, just plugging it in here, but all previous episodes are available on the IVM website and the IVM app. So I want you to think about the potential that you hold within. Just consider for a few moments that you are a limitless individual. Now think, what all would you do in your life if you knew that you were limitless? What would your life look like? This week, as you listen to this episode and a bunch of the earlier ones, think about unraveling the limitless light that you hold within by looking at your experiences and what you believe to be limitations in a new light. The light of your potential. Well, that's me signing off for this week. Connect with me on Instagram. My handle is PositivityAngel. And do check out my website, circleofpositivity.com, for the webinars and programs that I run. May you experience your potential this week.
माणसं गोल गप्प्यासारखी असतात. हाय हॅलो करताना वेगळी आणि बोलताना वेगळी आणि गप्पा मारताना वेगळी, मित्र झाली की वेगळी आणि शत्रू म्हणून वेगळी, थोडक्यात दिसणारी वेगळी आणि असणारी वेगळी, कधी आंबट, कधी गोड, कधी तिखट, तर कधी चमचमीत आणि कधी कधी हॉट अँड स्पायसी सुद्धा. आणि म्हणूनच गप्पा गोल गप्पा विथ तृप्ती खामकर फक्त तुमच्यासाठी दर बुधवारी IVM पॉडकास्टच्या ऍपवर, वेबसाईटवर किंवा युट्यूब चॅनलवर सुद्धा ऐकू शकता. तुम्ही आमचा पॉडकास्ट वेगवेगळ्या पॉडकास्ट प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती ऐकू शकता. फक्त सर्च करा गोल गप्पा विथ तृप्ती खामकर आणि आमचा पॉडकास्ट ऐकत रहा.
How many times have you motivated yourself to improve your sleep, or lose weight, or be more productive? How many times have you failed? Hi, my name is Ashton Doctor. Tune into my show, The Habit Coach Podcast, where we focus on creating small, tiny habits to improve your life instead of those big, impossible tasks. So make listening to me a habit every Monday, Wednesday and Friday on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com or on your favorite podcasting app.